What's up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm actually really glad to have you guys here with me today. Let me get you situated. I was just about ready to record, and the whole fucking kit and caboodle just fell right over, just face planted onto me. So that's good. I'm gonna try and turn this little harlot down just a little bit. I just need a, yeah, there we go. So, recently, my brother called me over to his house and he said, hey, what are you doing October, blah, 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 blah. And I said, nothing, not that I'm aware of. But he said, good, because I'm getting married and I want you to be a groomsman. I said, hell yeah, I can do that. I can do that for sure. When I got married, I did things a little bit differently because I paid for everything out of pocket. Like, traditionally speaking, the bride's side of the family is supposed to pay for a lot of it. Traditionally speaking, now, that didn't happen with our wedding. We paid for 100% of everything. We spent a lot of money. So there was one thing that I didn't pay for, and that was gifts for my groomsmen and my best man, because I was tapped out. I had to pay I had to pay out of pocket for the location. I had to pay out of pocket for everything else, food, cake. I paid for that. Me. So when it came down to it, I was like, well, we're not having a traditional wedding anyway. So, obviously, since we're having to pay for everything. So I'm not gonna do the gift thing. I'm not gonna do it. No, sorry. I appreciate you guys enough. You guys know that. But anyway, I'm kind of getting sidetracked. Sorry. But he did kind of what people now do, and he gave me something. Not really sure why, but he did. I'm sure he gave everybody else something too. But he gave me something just a little bit interesting, okay? And that is an old-timer knife here. Now, the thing about Old Timer is it's kind of one of those brands that were really big back in the day. Super massive. Your dad's dad had one. Your dad had one. I mean, everybody had one. If you were a working man with big balls, you had an Old Timer or a case. So it was a staple. You get what I'm saying? If you had that Old Timer, you had a reliable knife. If you had that case, you had a reliable knife. Not to mention, these knives were made in the United States of America. And then somewhere along the lines, they were sold out, and now Old Timer is made in China. Really sucks to see, but things happen. Money talks. No ifs, ands, or buts. We did it to ourselves. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to open up this Chinese Old Timer, and we're going to take a look at it. We're going to see, we're going to look at the quality, I guess you can say. So, first of all, I'm going to use my case knife here. This is a case knife. It's got 3 blades in it. Now, this one in particular, this knife was given to me by my grandmother when my grandfather passed away. So this one holds a special place in my heart. I very rarely use it. I mainly just have it, if that makes any sense. But today, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to use it. I'm going to cut the piece of tape. There we go. Hey, use my grandfather's case knife. That is a very fantastic knife too, the case. This one is one of the ones that are made in the USA, and you literally cannot beat the quality. I mean, you just can't. So now that I've broken the seal on this Chinese Old Timer, we're gonna take a look. Come on, dude. So, this cardboard smells like nothing. It's so odd. So it came wrapped in this little paper packaging here, not like in a little plastic bag or anything like that. It's very tiny, and like I said, it's not necessarily. It was one of those cheap gifts you give to your groomsmen. It wasn't that expensive, so I'm not that worried about it. Considering that I didn't get my groomsmen or my best man anything. But I was just using this opportunity to take a look at it. Now, okay, so right here on the side, I don't know if you can read all that. If you want to, there we go. If you want to pause all that, if you want to pause this and take a closer look. God dang it, dude. Focus. There we go. A Battenfeld product. A Battenfeld Technologies Incorporated product. A subsidiary of American Outdoor Brands Corporations, or www.aob.com. Warning, cancer and reproductive harm. So, everything, literally everything has the P65 warning on it, especially if it's made in China. If it's made with cheaper ingredients, cheaper shit, it's gonna have that massive P65 warning on it with the yellow caution thing. Very massively and boldly typed, made in China. Box number 10888056. This old-timer product comes with a limited lifetime warranty. Please visit www.btibrands.com/warranty for details. Okay. This packaging doesn't necessarily scream quality. And I'm not going to ding the blade for how the box looks, but damn, dude, this thing... It looks disappointing. So here we go. We're gonna open this up. A little bit of ASMR for you, maybe. I don't know. I can't even see it. I'm showing you guys. Old timer. And there's the back of it. I literally can't see a fucking thing, so I hope you guys can see. Now, fortunately, I do actually have an older old-timer that was made in the USA. It's a whole lot bigger than this little dude, but I mean, this thing, you see how small it is? There's the palm of my hand, and there's this little, there we go. There's this blade. This thing's tiny. Probably only a couple of bucks to make this thing. No wonder they're probably making money hand over fist. What does it take, like $1 to make it? Oh, shit, and god damn, this thing is so tight! Ah! 18 OT right there on the blade. I don't know if you can read that or not. What does that say? Couldn't tell you. But blade doesn't look terrible, especially now that it's got my fucking greasy fingerprints all over it. Ah, okay. So, I was not expecting this. I thought it was kind of one of those knives. It's similar to this one where, you know, when you open it up, you know, it kind of sticks in place, but it's not like locked in. You just put a little bit of pressure on it and fold it back in. But this actually has I don't know if you can see that, but this little piece right here is the lock for it. So it keeps it locked in place. I don't know. Fucking A, man. There we go. So you just kind of, whenever you're done, you just boop, boop, boop. But this damn thing is so tight, y'all. Shit. A knife this small that is that hard to open up and get closed is begging for a little bit of finger slicing action. That's one of the things that I've always hated about like cheaper knives. Like I swear to God, I'm about to rip a fucking fingernail trying to get this thing open. You bitch. Quit being a bitch. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's better than having it being super loose and just being able to flop it back and forth. I guess that's better, but I feel like a woman. I'm literally gonna break a fingernail here in a minute. Why is it so tight, man? That's what she said. Maybe that's what he said. I don't know. Now, if you look in the back here, or on the bottom, I guess you can call it, it looks identical to the one that I have. I wish I had it with me right now, but I don't. I think it's at my mom's house. So I left it there for some reason. It does look similar, and I'm not gonna lie. I think the old timer logo, the old timer badge, is in the center instead of offset. But if I didn't know any better, I would probably think that this was, you know, one of the older ones. I would think that this one was one that was made in the U.S. and one that, see, because I'm not an expert, so I can't necessarily point out to you what the differences are. It's a little rough around the edges, especially like right down here. Like that's a little bit rough. But I don't know. The only thing, if I can get this bitch back open, I'm gonna test the sharpness of it, all right? Actually, here we go. I got a Post-it note, and we're gonna cut through it. That's rough. I don't like that at all. Okay. Maybe shave some hair. Well, it definitely does. It definitely doesn't shave hair. Oh man, this thing can definitely go through the whetstone a couple of times. I mean, it's taken a few hairs off, but not. Like, I could probably press this blade hard against my skin, and I don't think I would draw any blood. Which I'm not saying, don't do that. That's not a proper way to test how sharp your knife is. I'm just saying, like, I could probably get away with just, oops, I accidentally sticking my arm, and it probably wouldn't do that much. Because I have several blades that, this one right here, and I'm telling you from experience, that if you barely run your finger across the blade, you will draw blood. And those are the types of blades that you need. One more time. Let's do it one more time. I mean, I guess it's sharp enough. I just thought it would have been a little bit sharper. The cuts are just a little rough around the edges. Okay, that's it. So that is the Chinese Old Timer. I'm gonna get my greasy fingerprints off the blade before I put it up. So there it is, Chinese pocket knife, Old Timer. And at first glance, I wouldn't necessarily know that it was cheap. I would assume that it was one that was made here in the US. Now, if I had it my way, like if I was to put this knife together, I would definitely make sure that this blade was tight and it was tight enough to hold it, but not so tight to where you can't hardly get it open, which is the way it is right now. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's not bad. It's not bad for a cheap blade. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This video is a little random, I know. And it's definitely went on for way too long. Holy shit. So, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to, you know, rip me a new one in the comments below for something stupid, I'm sure. If you enjoyed the video, though, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you enjoyed about the video. Let me know if you want me to talk about some more of my knives that I have. And consider subscribing and, you know, come along for this journey. But, yeah. See ya.